All right, Giovanna, so in the document today, you just need to follow the directions. So it's split up into multiple parts. So right here at the top, the first thing you need to do is choose 2 family members to potentially interview. They don't have to be people or anyone that you research later on in the doc, but just 2 people that are alive in your family that you know you could potentially talk to and ask some questions. And you write them down here, and you write their name and their relation to you. So for instance, right, grandfather would be an example of a relation. And this says paternal grandfather because paternal, like I wrote over here, means that it's the grandfather from your father's side of the family. If it said maternal, it would mean your mother's side of the family. Number 2 says, to use the information available to you, use familyecho.com to construct your family tree. So when you do this, you'll click on the link and you'll start to construct your tree, and I'll get there in a second, I'll show you. But you want to include yourself, your parents, your siblings, your parents' siblings, so your aunts and uncles, your cousins, your grandparents, and your great-grandparents. You don't necessarily have to do these. I would say at the very least try to get all these people in there. Even if your relatives have passed, like if you know you have grandparents but they have since passed on, still include them in your family tree because they're still a part of your family. So I'm going to go to familyecho.com so you can see it. And so what you want to do is just start to create a tree, and then when you're ready, you can click the sign in button and it'll talk you through how to create a free account. And you want to do that so that way you can save it and you'll be able to revisit it. And you can make changes later and make additions. So I'm going to click out of this. So this is you. So over here it says add parents, and now it gives you 2 branches of your tree, right? Your mother and your father. When you click on it, it allows you to edit the details. So it asks for first name, surname now, meaning like what is her last name now, and her surname at birth. She's a female. You don't have to put the birth date, but it could be helpful to know. This person is living, and I hit OK. And now that those details are saved for me. So that's how you use Family Echo to create your tree. When you're done, you're going to copy and paste the link from the website here. So you just go back to your tree, literally just up here, Control-C, copy, Control-V, paste, and there it is. Now if I click on it, it'll take me back. Next, it says familiarize yourself with the National Archives databases. So using archives.gov, research one of your relatives and answer the questions below. Try to choose someone who will be relatively easy to find. Such individuals include someone who has served in the armed forces, meaning someone who was in the military, including those who deceased in battle, someone who immigrated to America within the last 110 years, or someone who owned a business somewhere in America within the last 150 years. And you'll answer question number 1 and number 2. And finally, copy and paste your answers, this should say, from yesterday's in-class questions here. And the doc is linked there if you're not sure what questions I'm talking about. But we answered them together in class.